Welcome, class of 2019, staff, faculty, friends, and family to the Asian American Pacific Islander year-end ceremony. My name is Brian So. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm the coordinator for this year's year-end ceremony, as well as an intern at PIRC.
Hello everyone, I'm Srija Srinivasan. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm a lead intern at PIRC, and we will be your MCs this morning. Before we introduce our first speaker, we would like to give you a background of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, also known as PIRC, and the year-end ceremony. PIRC is one of 6 resource centers on campus and one of the 4 ethnic resource centers that provide opportunities for students to develop leadership, build a stronger sense of community on campus, and link students to community service opportunities. This year-end ceremony is one of the ways we maintain community here at UC Santa Cruz. The Asian American Pacific Islander year-end ceremony acknowledges and celebrates the academic achievements and contributions of graduating students in the AAPI community.
This year's theme, It Takes a Village to Raise a Graduate, celebrates the triumph of the graduating class of 2019, while acknowledging the contributions of the many relatives, friends, peers, mentors, and chosen family members that have helped them realize their full potential. Graduates will take to the stage and move into the world with the confidence and strength cultivated through the shared experiences with their village, their community. The graduates represent a diverse group of contributors and leaders who, like the alum who have come before them, will set the foundation to build a bright future. In much the same way it takes a village to raise a graduate, it takes a class of graduates to raise a village of trust and support for the next generation. Today's program includes faculty and student speakers who embody this theme, beginning with our first speaker, the Provost of Colleges 9 and 10, Environmental Studies Professor, Flora Liu.
Flora Liu is the Pepper Giberson Endowed Chair and Professor of Environmental Studies at UCSC and Provost of Colleges 9 and 10. She earned her AB in Human Biology from Stanford University and her PhD in Ecology from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. As an ecological anthropologist, Flora is interested in human environment dynamics in tropical rainforests, the political economy of oil extraction, resource governance, household economics, and environmental justice. A faculty member of UCSC since 2008, Flora is a recipient of the Division of Social Sciences Golden Apple Distinguished Teaching Award, Committee on Teaching's Excellence in Teaching Award, and Chancellor's Diversity Award 2016 for the People of Color Sustainability Collective. Please join me in welcoming Flora Liu.
Good morning. Thank you so much for the privilege and the honor to be here at this celebrative, wonderful event, honoring our outstanding students. Thank you for that kind introduction. If I may, I wanted to share a little bit more about myself. I am an immigrant and the daughter of immigrants. When they were young, both my parents fled mainland China to Taiwan in 1949. I was born in Taiwan in 1970 and came to the US in 1974. I'm the younger of 2 daughters, about a year apart. My sister was always referred to by my parents as the smart one. Growing up in San Gabriel Valley in LA, we were surrounded by other racially and ethnically diverse families that were also in our same socioeconomic class, sort of lower middle class families. Our neighbors are Filipino, Japanese, Chinese, Mexican, African American, just really diverse community. I remember as a tomboy, as a kid, I was a tomboy. And I spent most of my time on my skateboard, playing dodgeball, and digging in the dirt in my backyard with my pet chickens. During the back-to-school night in elementary school, the teacher told my parents that I didn't apply myself academically. Before I began 5th grade, my mom made the decision to move us from LA to Orange County to take advantage of the better schooling system in a wealthier region. While the OC is more diverse now, back then there were very few people of color. And I encountered a level of discrimination that felt startling to me. My 6th grade teacher singled me out as a gifted student, and I began to configure myself in that image of a good student. In 7th grade, I moved to the nearby junior high school, where I got involved in things like academic pentathlon. One day, I was pulled out of the classroom and sent to the office for reasons that were unbeknownst to me. There, I met with a staff member who told me that they needed to assess whether I spoke English. She administered some diagnostic tests that entailed things like reading a passage in English to me and asking me to summarize it. The thing that I remember most about the experience was the self-doubt that it engendered. The fact that the system needed to double-check my basic proficiency made me question my capacity in that regard. It was pretty likely, looking back at it now, that the test was administered to the all non-white kids in the school. And I tell you this because it highlights the deeply contextual and subjective nature of our journeys in education and in many other facets of our lives. It emphasizes the powerful ways that others have in shaping our own narratives. We are all storied, and I'm using the term story here as a verb. We are all storied by the people and institutions around us. And schools are one of the most powerful forces that story us. They send us messages in terms of how we are assessed, whether we are placed in gifted programs or remedial ones, in the expectations they set for us, and what we are led to believe is possible, in the roles we're allowed to play as holders of knowledge or just empty vessels to be filled with knowledge. Graduates, your attainment of this college degree is a marker of your success and potential, and not just educationally. Your time at UC Santa Cruz has undoubtedly provided you disciplinary training, intellectual growth, and a sharper, more incisive mind. But I hope that it has also positively reshaped the ways in which you story yourself, how you narrate life, and what is to come. In the 11 years that I've been at this institution, there are two things that stand out to me in terms of our institutional strengths. The first has to do with the innovation and dedication of our staff, which is reflected in the richness and the care of the programming that they design and implement for the benefit of our students. And I say this being most closely associated with the staff in the resource centers and at colleges 9 and 10. From film screenings and talks, from study breaks and self-care workshops, to comedy shows, musical performances, and faculty luncheons, staff members at UCSC are committed to supporting the whole student. They work from the premise that academic attainment is brought to fruition when students thrive as physical, socio-emotional, and cultural beings living authentic lives. The resource centers and colleges are nimble, adaptable units who have their finger on the pulse of student concerns, struggles, and needs. The second strength that makes this university so special is, of course, our students. In her year-end ceremony address a couple years ago, Provost Alice Yang talked about the long history of student activism on this campus, from the campaign to establish a PIRC in 1999 and the creation of Cruz in 2011. I see student leadership and engagement every single day. Students who organize conferences, facilitate classes, undertake community collaborations, bring folks like Cornell West to campus, and undertake campaigns for social, societal, and structural change. Compared to other institutions where I've worked, UCSC students are different because they are less interested in college as merely a credentialing exercise or as a form of branding themselves. Yes, work and career are part of your life, but education, our students realize, is about preparing you for all of your life. It's about building your soul and not just your skills, about thinking critically about the values that guide you. Our students seek to test the boundaries rather than follow predetermined scripts. And this serves them well because in life in the 21st century, the flux, dynamism, uncertainty all around us necessitate lifelong active learning, self-awareness, traversing of boundaries, and the creation of new knowledge and ways of thinking. Our students push back on the constraining ways in which they and their communities have been storied and stereotyped. But of course, graduates, you do not do this alone. It was mentioned earlier that I've devoted much of my academic pursuits to research in the Amazon rainforest of Ecuador. When I found out that the theme of this year's year-end ceremony was "It Takes a Village to Raise a Graduate," I immediately thought of the villages in which I've spent a lot of my life, villages among Native Amazonian peoples in the rainforest. While these places feel very far away geographically and culturally, they have much to teach us. For example, the Waorani are very independent and individualistic. Each person's autonomy, even that of children, is highly respected. From a young age, You are expected to be proficient in the skills, such as horticulture, hunting, fishing, and gathering, that provide subsistence for the household. You are expected to contribute to the survival of your kin. In a rainforest, one person alone cannot survive. You need the collective. Your fates are linked, and you can't meet your basic requirements of food and protection without other people. Hence, reciprocity is ubiquitous and deeply culturally codified. The experiential learning that life in a rainforest necessitates is conveyed through intimate connections and interactions with those who are generous about teaching and modeling what they know. You, graduates, were born into your village. You expand your village through the family that you choose for yourself. Your accomplishments are always simultaneously individual and collective. Make the effort to recognize and express gratitude to the people who have been invested in your success these past years: the faculty member, staff member, community member, and family member. I can tell you that your doing so will likely impact them more than you know. And please find ways as alumni to support the students who will come after you. This is how accumulated experience is built. It is how you honor the people who have supported you, and it is how you nourish the generosity of your spirit. You can be the person who transforms someone else's narrative, their aspirations, and what they think is possible. Congratulations, class of 2019. We are so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Flora Lou, for those welcoming remarks. We appreciate you for being here to support the AAPI community and making the time to speak to our graduates and their guests.
Next, we would like to introduce our keynote speaker, the Managing Director of the Ethnic Resource Centers, Nancy Kim. Nancy serves as Resource Centers Managing Director at UCSC. She has worked in cultural centers for over 20 years, and until recently, she had also filled the roles of Director of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center and Interim Director of the Women's Center. Nancy holds a master's degree in Asian American Studies from UCLA and Bachelor of Arts in American Studies from UCSC. Prior to her staff position at UCSC, Nancy worked at the Asian American Resource Center at Pomona College and taught Asian American Studies courses as adjunct faculty at UCLA, Scripps College, and CSU Northridge. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Nancy Kim.
Thank you, Brian and Shrija. And thank you to the APIRC team, particularly Kaz and the new director, and Jacob, who's probably running around outside. They're an amazing team, and I know there's a lot of work that goes into planning something like this, and I really appreciate. And I also want to give a shout out to Dave Morrison back there, who's been working on this event for so many years. And is that Jason? Yo, Jason, good to see you. Also an alum. But anyway, and also I want to thank my family who's here, my husband, Raul Ibio, and my son, JJ. They've been coming here to this event with me forever. A little bit of background about myself. I consider myself a 1.9 generation. That means I came here when I was 2 years old. My father was an international student at USC, and after a number of years that we were here, his student visa ran out, so we were undocumented. If it wasn't for the Immigration Act at the time that gave us amnesty and eventually permanent residency and citizenship, my life path would have been completely different. And I think about that particularly right now. Excuse me, in these difficult times. Anyway, thank you. So, as Brian mentioned, I was the APIRC director. This is my 20th year. This would have been my 20th year. And if you count the number of times that I came as a student when I was an undergraduate, I would have participated in the Asian American Pacific Islander Year-End Ceremony for 24 years. I know, that makes me feel old too. Okay. So I'm really honored and touched that the planning committee invited me to be here as a keynote speaker for today. In preparing the speech, I really struggled to write it. In prior years as the APIRC director, I did the closing remarks. It's usually brief and they were short comments. You know, we did the thank yous, and really the folks in the audience were kind of edging towards the door to get in line to the food reception. Sorry, Kaz, that's what you have to look forward to. But now I'm doing the keynote, so okay, I gotta be like wise auntie, say some important stuff. So I thought I'd share some lessons that I've learned over the years as a banana slug, and maybe they could be of some value to you. I don't know how wise they are, but I came up with 4 main takeaways or messages that I want to convey. The first 2 are related to the theme. It takes a village to raise a graduate. It takes a village to raise a graduate. Here's my first message to you all. You are the village. You are the village. I'm talking about, like, you're already taking care of each other. As students, you're creating space and holding space for each other, uplifting one another, and caring for the community. You all already did that. You did that here, and you did that back at home. And I want to share a couple of examples. Let me know if this sounds familiar, but this is what I mean about you being the village. Many of you were the first in your family to go to college. Any first-gen folks? Yeah. And you're paving the way, you're paving the path for your siblings and your cousins. They look to you as an example, as a role model. Some of you were translators who came from immigrant families. You probably translated for your teachers at teacher meetings or at the store, with healthcare providers, with government documents. Or families, some of your families depended on you to come home every weekend to help out with younger siblings or the family business or to just mediate family drama. And this is a tough one. Some of you dealt with personal emergencies, like a close relative or a family member who passed away suddenly. On campus at UCSC, you all mentored your peers, you planned cultural programs and educational events for the campus, and you were supporting each other. And all of you created community. You found a chosen family in the middle of this redwood forest. What I'm trying to say is that students get things done every day. So yes, it takes a village to raise a graduate, but the secret is that each and every one of you is that village. You help somebody else get better to be better. And this event, the API year-end ceremony, or YEC as they now call it, and the Resource Center are direct results of that community mentality. Starting in the 1980s, this was known as Asian Grad, and it was planned by members of APISA, the Asian Pacific Islander Student Alliance. We would have them in small venues like the Stevenson Fireside Lounge. You know how small that is? We barely filled it. When I was a student in the early 90s, here at UC Santa Cruz, there were only about 10% Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders out of a total student population of maybe 10,000. And less than 25% of all those students were students of color. Now, students of color are the majority. I know it may not feel that way sometimes. And with API students, 27%, with a total enrollment of well over 18,000 students, UC Santa Cruz. So let that sink in for a second. Students of color, the majority. APIs, 1 in 4. We have certainly grown. And during that time, and into the mid and late 1990s, student leaders organized on a statewide level against anti-immigrant legislation, against anti-affirmative action efforts. They organized on a local level as well, pushing for diversity efforts to increase students of color on campus. They worked with supportive staff and faculty and other communities of color in coalition. Students organizing at UCSC directly led to more accessible admissions process, the hiring of Asian American Studies faculty, the establishment of an ethnic studies requirement, ethnic-themed housing in residential halls, and of course, the creation of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. Even back then, we knew that caring for others meant engaging in political issues that takes care of our communities. So when I was hired as the founding director of APIRC and came on board in 1999, my staff and I restarted Asian Grad of the 90s, which now became the year-end ceremony. And while making sure that student voice and engagement continue to be central in the planning process. Those first years at APIRC, 20 years ago, way back, YEC, year-end ceremony, was a modest event. We hosted it at the back lawn of the Women's Center. We had maybe 20, 25 graduates if we're lucky. Now there's, over 100. And they did not get a sash. They got an alumni button and a mug. And some of them are still bitter about it, let me tell you. Especially when they see these beautiful sashes that graduates are wearing now. So from the personal to the political, students have been and continue to be the village. You are the village. So this leads me to my second takeaway that I hope you gain. Expand the village. Dr. Flora Liu and I are on the same page about that, right? Expand your definition of the village and make intentional moves toward inclusiveness and partnerships. As you go on after UCSC, broaden the village, build coalitions to tackle the larger issues affecting our communities, just as you did with students. And when you leave this wonderful place with the deer and the wild turkeys I know you're gonna miss, you will find new communities at the workplace, with your hobbies and interests, and with new friends. You'll still connect with some of your friends from college, but you will also make progress in your professional world or in graduate school. So expand the village by reaching out to others in the workplace. Expand the village by finding some activity that helps others. Volunteer for a nonprofit or a local school, or engage in issues that are important to you. Expand the village in this way. Right now, the political climate is so tense and divisive. We can easily feel overwhelmed just trying to justify our basic humanity. And I'll be honest, this work is hard. And success, it's not linear. You will make mistakes. We make mistakes. But I want you to persevere, show some grit, get back up. Get back up. Okay, so now we're going into my third takeaway. Okay, I'm not a Virgo. Apparently Virgos are, are really good at keeping their emotions in check. So that's what I heard from the Lavender grad yesterday. But all right, I'm a Taurus. I don't know what that means, so. Okay. All right, here's my third takeaway. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. I only recently learned this very difficult lesson. Normally, I have very high standards for my quality of work. I like to give it my all. I don't like to let people down. For the past 5 years, I was in a dual role with the APIRC director and the management director, and also a year as the interim director. I was really busy. I tell you this not to glorify being overworked, because I think sometimes people do that nowadays. It was hard, and many times I'd ask myself, what am I doing? I did not do a great job. I always felt like I wanted to do more. I could see my communities needed more. My family needed more. And the situation was not set up for perfection. It affected my physical and my mental health. I had to prioritize what was urgent, what could be pushed back, what could be half-assed. Sorry, parents. Of course, I communicated, everything, my limitations, all that, with my colleagues and with my boss. But it was tough to have my email inbox be constantly haunting me. So give yourselves permission to be imperfect. Take the time to pause and be good to yourself. Take the time to deal with what life is throwing at you. Let go of that Asian guilt. Give yourself permission to take risks and to fail. And when you're ready, get back up. When you're ready. And bounce back. Okay. Has anybody seen that movie, Always Be My Maybe? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay. So, like Randall Park and Hello Peril in Always Be My Maybe, if some of you have not seen that on Netflix, please do that. It's an awesome movie. Let's see if I can get some audience participation. Is that cool? So when I say bounce back, can you repeat that? Let's practice that. Bounce back. Bounce back. All right. So like Hello Peril, their famous song, bounce back. Bounce back. Like a tennis ball. Oh, no, I get it. Well, if you know the words, go ahead and sing it with me. All right, second part, bounce back. Like a racquetball. Bounce back. Like a volleyball. Or really any kind of ball except a football. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now that gets me to my last takeaway, which is my final lesson. Tap into your joy. Tap into your joy. What sparks joy for you? We have to know why. Why are we even doing this? Why are we putting ourselves through this? For me, what sparks joy is you. Okay, and my family too, but you also, you. Okay, I'm talking about work, so. All right, so seeing students grow from being timid, from giving me the automatic Asian head bow, you know what I'm talking about? When you go. That's how I knew I was getting old, when people started doing this. And the students that I've known who were deathly afraid of speaking in public, and by the time you all graduate, you're like, students are organizing on a local and global level. They're affecting campus climate. And y'all are gonna go live your best life and come back as alumni to give back to the students. That's what brings me joy. That's what sparks joy. I'm also a Marie Kondo fan, so. Okay. So in closing, I'm going to leave you with a quote from the movie, Always Be My Maybe, from someone very wise, and some would say immortal. That's apparently a rumor. That's right. Best believe I'm going to quote Keanu Reeves. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get embodied. All right. I'm wearing my John Wick suit and everything. Okay. Okay. All right. This is serious. Okay. The only stars that matter are the ones you look at when you dream. So dream big, class of 2019. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy Kim, for the keynote speech. Today, we have two student speakers who have been nominated by their peers in the class of 2019, Jennifer Marie Santos and Dustin Laborde. Each graduating speaker has actively contributed their time to the Asian American Pacific Islander community here at UCSC.
Our first student speaker we would like to introduce is Dustin Laborde. Dustin has been an active member on campus. He has juggled and held a variety of roles throughout his 4 years here at UC Santa Cruz. Currently, he is a Community Relations Associate for a global nonprofit organization, Collaboration SF, that focuses on empowering Asian American Pacific Islander artists within the entertainment industry. He has been an 88 Rising Ambassador, a student manager at the 910 Dining Hall, the president and co-vice president of the Korean American Student Association, and an intern at the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. He hopes to connect and empower those in his communities by providing them with opportunities of growth and hopes to bring back resources to his community here at UC Santa Cruz in the future. Please join us in welcoming Destin.
Hi, everyone. I'm super anxious. This is the most anxious I've been probably my whole 4 years here. I'm gonna just be looking at my phone a little bit. And howdy, everyone. It's so great to see all of you here today. My name is Dustin Laborde, in case you didn't hear earlier. I use he, him, his pronouns, and all I can really say is like, wow, we're here today. We did it, y'all. Coming in as a freshman, I honestly had no clue what kind of community I'd fit into. Growing up, my dad over there, whenever we went out to eat, he'd always tell the waitresses, like, oh, my sons are California Mexichinos. He's referring to, like, my half Taiwanese, half Mexican background. But being half Taiwanese, half Mexican, I don't think I look either one. I always felt a little ambiguous, a little out of place in circles with Asian groups and Hispanic groups. But my 4 years here has been me finding what communities and what sort of identity I fit into. And I'm happy for everything I've done here at UC Santa Cruz. My first weekend here, I joined the Korean American Student Association on a whim with two of my good pals from freshman year. And I'm so thankful for doing so, and it has gotten me to where I am here today. So tying back into the theme a little bit, the Korean American Student Association was the first village that raised me. The staff members I met my first year challenged me, got me out of my comfort zone. I used to be really quiet, shy in high school, and I think I talk too much now. They provided me with opportunities to grow and learn, and then my second year they gave me the opportunity to be co-vice president with my right-hand man, Peter, over there. And the following year, I became president. And they gave me my own set of shoes I had to fill, and I hope that I was able to connect and inspire with everyone who came into those circles. And yeah, I felt through CASA I was able to build up a platform for myself and the community there, which ultimately led me to wanting to get more involved. So my third year when I was president, I joined the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. I made a bunch of friends with the interns, with Nancy, Jacob, wherever he is right now. And I kind of did it to increase my own sense of awareness of identity and to also get more information to bring back to my original community. I felt by getting involved in these spaces, I'd be able to provide greater opportunities for the students who are just coming into UC Santa Cruz, and also to connect with other leaders of different organizations around campus. I felt by strengthening my own background and identity and trying to get that sense of home, I felt like we could increase our village, bring up all the villages together. Last year I was actually in Brian's shoes, right here in the stadium, planning last year's year-end ceremony as a tribute to all the graduates of last year who brought me to this position. I know many of you probably came to see your friends graduate, walk on stage. And this ceremony today is a way as a community for us to acknowledge and recognize all the accomplishments and achievements of us today. Even though we're just one checkbox when we're filling out paperwork, we are so much more as a group. Here at UCSC, we have so many AAPI organizations that have their own missions and programs. We're not just one large village, but rather a set of villages with little rows connected by individuals who take the next step to make relationships between organizations. Just this year, talking with some of my friends, they were able to bring back a little event with CSA, CASA, and TSA called Rice Bowl. And I'm so happy to see leaders trying to make programs to collaborate. I didn't get to participate this year, and it was a program that was happening before I even came to UC Santa Cruz, and I'm happy that it was brought back. And I hope that we can push our future generations to keep planning these events and keeping them going, similar to YUC today. I could talk a lot more about myself, but I'm just gonna stop here and acknowledge some graduates in the crowd who I got to meet throughout my 4 years, and I wish I got to meet them more, but yeah, time happens and everything. So I wanna recognize Therese Azu. I don't know if she's here. I saw she signed up, but I wanna recognize Catherine Lay for her work within SUA as VP of Diversity Inclusion. I want to recognize David Trang from the Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers. They programmed a big statewide event where a bunch of different branches of schools came here for little training workshops, not the best description. And I want to recognize Sarah Davidson. I'm not too sure if she joined us today. And then I wanted to give it up for Jen Santos, who will be coming right after me. And I know that these people have put themselves in positions similar to mine, trying to share their own communities while building the greater community. And I recognize that there are many of you in the crowd who I don't know very well, or people I know who have done similar roles. And I just want to give it up for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin, for sharing your words and experiences here at UCSC. The next student speaker we would like to introduce is Jennifer Marie Santos.
Jennifer Santos is a graduating senior majoring in sociology and minoring in education. She comes from sunny San Diego and has first stepped foot on this campus when she was a high school senior, coming up for a student-initiated outreach weekend for engaging education in Bayanihan. She found her passion for activism, community building, and leading people during her time here at UCSC. She was one of the 2018-2019 co-chairs for Bayanihan, FKA Filipino Student Association. Her efforts with teaching Filipinx historical dialogue, coordinating the high school outreach program A Step Forward, being an RA for College 9, and more, has shaped her to understand her roots and know what it means to be an Asian American. She hopes to get a PhD in ethnic studies in the future. Outside of organizing, Jen loves to hang out with her friends at Westcliff and talk about San Diego all day. Please join us in welcoming Jen.
Thank you, Dustin. Quick story, I actually knew Dustin since freshman year. He would always hang out with my roommates, and I'd come back, a little intoxicated. Sorry, fam. But yeah, he was always there, so it's just full circle, But aside from the point, let's keep it professional here. Yes, mom and dad, I did that freshman year. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Good morning, everyone. Okay, it takes a village to raise a graduate and build leaders towards our journey to success. My Bayanihan community was my village who helped me thrive in college. When I was younger, my family would always sing a song to my twin sister and I called Bahay Kubo. I didn't really know what it was growing up, but now I'm starting to realize it. It is a Tagalog nursery rhyme, and it's literally translated as cubed house, which is actually a type of stilt house that is indigenous to the cultures of the Philippines. It's a movable house that requires community members to hold and move it from one place to another. I like to look at my time here at UC Santa Cruz as being part of the members upholding the Bahay Kubo, which resembles the mission for greater change, while the Bayanihan community collectively holds it to move to another place in times of struggle. As AAPI students, we have faced many challenges, and we could have not done it ourselves. As a first-generation college student, like many of you, it is important to recognize that we did not do this alone. My name is Jennifer Santos. My pronouns are she or hers. I'm from College 9, and I'm majoring in sociology and minoring in education. It's probably my last time introducing my name with that. And I come from a village where community members and my loved ones guided me to get me to this point. I'm a child of hardworking parents where they come from the island of the Philippines. I'm also the first out of my 8 siblings to get a college degree. Woo. Okay. I applaud each and every one of you here for making it this far through the past few years here at this institution. I know some of y'all, we've really worked our butts here, being here, resisting here, and just organizing. It wasn't easy. While reflecting my time at UC Santa Cruz, I have learned many important skills to utilize in my future, such as backwards timelining, budgeting, time management, and more. Thanks, Arlen. I definitely won't miss doing the event proposals and purchase orders process with the 4 to 6 week reimbursement process. With the help of my community and being a part of Bayanihan and meeting people through Solmeca and APIRC events, I have flourished to become a servant leader and truly understanding my roots. The community that FSA then, now Bayanihan, has provided me is something that will always carry with me everywhere I go. I have grown through teaching the Filipinx Historical Dialogue class as a second year, which is now, as of this year, finalized as a course under the registrar after almost 20 years through Critical Race and Ethnic Studies Department. Let's give it up to that. Also organizing a high school outreach program under Engaging Education, A Step Forward, to bring disadvantaged lower-income Filipinx students to UCSC from the state of California and inspire them to pursue higher education, which we have a yield rate about 60%. That's more than the UC admissions yield rate. So give it up to student leaders who organize for them. And this past year, being one of the 2 co-chairs of Bayanihan, the largest student organization on campus, was certainly not easy. And I did it for my family and for those who came before me and fought for Filipinx students, AAPI students, and people of color in general to have space on our campus. The theme, "It Takes a Village to Raise a Graduate," is relevant to how we did not learn these skills by ourselves, but rather through our mentors, colleagues, our professors, and wonderful faculty who have guided us because they believed in us during our time here at UC Santa Cruz. I won't lie and say that my time here was easy. As a matter of fact, it was the opposite. It has been the most hardest 4 years of my life, but also the most rewarding time of my life. These past 4 years have been a wild ride, but today reminds us why we persisted throughout our time here. For some of us, we were the first to get a college degree. For some of us, we come from immigrant families. For some of us, we worked multiple jobs and held different leadership positions while taking full units. But for all of us, we are sitting here today, and our loved ones will be watching us cross this stage with pride and honor. Your name on that diploma carries your family's names, your ancestors' names, from generations before, as well as your own adversity getting here to this day. And most importantly, the communities that you have held tightly these past few years you spent here at UC Santa Cruz. Thank you to my communities, Bayanihan, College 9 and 10. Shout out to people that sit in the first couple rows here that I came up on ASF with. And shout out to my family who drove 12 hours from Las Vegas and San Diego. And shout out to all of you here today. And I just want to say that this year-end ceremony is important because it celebrates our successes here, but it also humbles us and reminds us that it was a village who raised us. I believe it was a village that raised me. It was a village that gave me a voice. It was a village that shaped me and continues to shape me as I leave this campus along with you all. I just want to say that you are also a part of a village of something greater, and we all have the skills to contribute and give back to our villages who raised us and inspired us. So congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing your words and experiences here at UCSC.
We will now introduce the 2019 Christy Antu Trin Malani Award recipients. I would like to bring our director, Cass Salamanca, to the stage to introduce our winners.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your presence and your energy. It's been great so far. So the named for the alumna of Merrill College from the class of 1990, the Chrissy Antu Trin Malarney Student Award was established to reward the achievements of a UC Santa Cruz graduating senior who in their undergraduate years have combined academic excellence with a commitment to increasing the understanding or improving the welfare of the people of Vietnamese heritage in the United States, Vietnam, and abroad. This year, we have been given the opportunity to select 2 recipients of the award. In addition to the recognition, the awardees will also receive a prize of $1,500 each. When I call the recipients to the stage, please come forward to receive your award. So the first awardee is Catherine Mies Win Lei. Catherine, come on up. Catherine is graduating from College 9 with a Bachelor of Arts in the Politics and a minor in Global Information and Social Enterprise Studies. Born and raised in Eastside San Jose, California, she is the daughter of Vietnam War refugees. During her time at UC Santa Cruz, Catherine has been involved in countless ways. She co-founded Viet Unity Santa Cruz in 2018, a grassroots collective of Vietnamese identifying organizers and activists serving Vietnamese students on campus, socially, politically, through methods such as art, activism, and cultural language retention. She has contributed to the research on Southeast Asian American immigration and deportation policy, and internet censorship and political protests in contemporary Vietnam. She hopes to utilize her experiences to provide education for the South Bay Vietnamese community and develop awareness around social issues and impact underserved immigrant and refugee communities. All right, give a round of applause for Catherine. Our second awardee is Thao Tan Lei. Thao is graduating from Oaks College with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Through their academic journey, Thao sought ways to develop knowledge and organize around their Vietnamese heritage. They participated in the Vietnamese Student Association at De Anza College and took part in a school for organizing to develop knowledge and skills around grassroots organizing in the Vietnamese community. Also a co-founder of Viet Unity groups of both the South Bay and Santa Cruz, Thao has impacted leadership development for the Vietnamese American high school youth as well as their peers at UC Santa Cruz. Thao plans to utilize their education to have an impact on housing and immigration laws and policy. Please join me in congratulating both the student awardees for the 2019 Chrissy Antu Trin Malarney Student Award.
Please join me in another round of applause for Thao and Catherine. Who have selflessly committed time and effort to create a strong sense of community on campus for us all.
We are grateful for all that you have done and will continue to go on and do. Now it is time to finally recognize the class of 2019 with the sashing ceremony.
This year we have invited Emily Fukukawa, Service Coordinator from the Disability Resource Center, and Samantha Lee, Interim Associate Director of Alumni Engagement, University Relations. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming the graduating student class of 2019.
Dustin Laborde. Porter, Business Management Economics.
Thank you for everyone for coming. I just want to give a quick shout out to my mom who is unfortunately not here.
Jen Santos. College 9, majoring in sociology, minor in education.
I'd like to say thank you to God and my family and all my friends who are here. Couldn't have done it without y'all. I love you all. Mahal kita.
Catherine Lei. College 9, Politics and Legal Studies, minor in Global Information and Social Enterprise Studies.
Xin chào quý vị. Hello, everyone. I'd like to give a big shout out to my family, friends, loved ones, staff, and faculty for supporting me throughout my undergraduate journey. Thank you so much.
Tao Lei. Oaks College, majoring in sociology.
Thank you to my family, friends, and mentors who have supported me. Solidarity with the AFSCME 3299 workers who have yet to receive a fair contract from this UC, who has prioritized profit and policing over the dignity of their workers.
Samana Priya Krishna Kumar. College 9, major molecular cell and developmental biology, minor in sociology.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Amma. I love you, and this is for you.
Ramtej Piniseti. Cowell College, ecology and evolutionary biology.
Jarrell Makareg. Cowell, major in computer science.
Paulo Janiro Claudio. College 9, business management economics.
I just want to say a big shout out to my family. They're not here right now, but without them, I wouldn't be here today.
Nielsen Packwing. College 10, cognitive science.
Thank you.
Tanny Wong. Porter College, computer science.
Thank you.
Tyler Hu. Kresge, computer science.
Claudia Pamela Castro Jose. College 9, sociology.
Thank you, Auntie Milan and Uncle Bambi and Balvin for being here. Love you. Thank you.
Brianna Thurman. Kresge, environmental studies.
I just want to shout out my boyfriend for being here and supporting me today, and my mom and my little brother that are not here today. But thank you.
Sarah Michael Urumchi. Merrill College, film and digital media, legal studies.
Thank you all for putting on this beautiful event. I really enjoyed hearing everyone's stories, and thank you, Mom and Dad and Josh, for being my support system. Thank you, guys.
Sing Nai Richard Louie. College 9, chemistry.
Thanks to my family and friends in PIRC for doing all of this. This one's for you.
Brian Kim. Cowell College, biochem and molecular biology.
Thank you to everyone that supported me throughout these 4 years.
Raymond Liu. College 10, business management economics.
I just want to thank Joseph Ikeda. He's not here today, but couldn't have done personal computers without you.
Aaron Chan. Merrill College, Computer Science, minoring in Economics.
多謝唔該. I want to thank everyone for supporting me throughout college, and I never felt better in my life.
Brian Law. Rachel Carson College, Computer Science.
All right, 大家好. Love you, mom. Love you, dad. Love you, aunt. Love you, brother, cousin, friends.
Joel Shang. Rachel Carson College, Computer Science.
Thank you to my parents for your patience and understanding, and thank you to all my friends for the special moments we've shared.
Danny Nguyen. College 9, Psychology.
Thanks to all my friends and family. Shout out to all the bros here. Thank you.
John Domingo. College 10, Biology.
I just want to thank my friends and family.
Cassandra Tran. College 9, Biology.
I'd like to give a shout out to my friends and family. I really couldn't have done this without your endless support. I love you guys.
Jin Miao Sandal. Stevenson College. Stevenson, Applied Linguistics and Multilingualism, minoring in Education.
Hello, everyone. 大家好. I'd like to say first thanks my parents who come all the way from China. 谢谢爸爸妈妈. And to my best friend Parvati, thank you for being over here and listening for all those 4 years and supporting me. And last, I'd like to thank my husband and my 2 children and for unconditional love, support to give to me for past 4 years. Love you all.
Francis Dominguez. College 10, Psychology.
I want to shout out my friends, family, and faculty members that supported me throughout these 4 years. You've been great, and it's been a pleasure growing with you all. I love y'all.
Maria Caroline S. Viola. Merrill College, Psychology major, minor in Legal Studies.
I just want to say thank you so much to my friends and family for coming and supporting me, and just a special shout out to Seton House for making this the best 2 years I've ever had here. Big thanks.
Megan Murphy. College 10, Psychology, majoring in Sociology.
Shout out to my homegirl, Care, for always getting Korean barbecue and hot pot with me.
Fiona Ga-Hing Zong. Rachel Carson College, Intensive Psychology major.
Hi, I just wanted to give a big thank you to my friends and family. Couldn't have done this without you, and I love you, Mom and Dad.
Evelyn Lee. College 9, Linguistics.
I'd like to say thank you for everyone who supported me, and congrats to everyone else.
Phoebe He. College 9, Community Studies.
My family couldn't make it, so thank you everyone for coming.
Sabrina Liano. Crown, Computer Science.
I just want to say thank you to my friends and family for coming out to see me.
Alexander Liu. Merrill College, Computer Science and Computational Math.
I just want to say thank you to my friends and family, especially my 2 puppy dogs that couldn't make it here tonight.
Megan Cheng. Rachel Carson, Earth and Planetary Sciences.
I'd like to say thank you to the friends and family that supported me through the past 4 years.
Erica Lin. Cowell College, Psychology and Cognitive Science.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family, and especially to my friends graduating today and my friends attending today. Thank you so much.
Kaylin Noyes. Rachel Carson, Combined Environmental Studies and Biology.
I just wanted to quickly shout out Santa Cruz Dragon Boat. You guys made my these last 4 years really fun. Thank you.
Sherry Lee. Crown College, majoring in mathematics, minoring in computer science.
Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me. I wouldn't be here without y'all, and I love you so much. Thank you.
Lily Tran. Rachel Carson College, Bioinformatics.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you to my friends and family. I love y'all so much.
Michael Benishon. College 9, Mathematics.
Just big thank you to family, friends, everyone in CASA, and my dog.
Peter Tew. College 9, Art and Design Games and Playable Media.
I just want to say thank you to my friends and family. Your support means a lot to me. Shout out to CASA.
Alicia Kim. Cowell College, Literature.
Curtis Lee. College 10, Computer Science.
Thank you.
Lisa Moore. Crown College, Art and Design, Games and Playable Media.
Thank you very much. My family can't be here for today, but thank you for all their support. Thank you.
Juan Fong. Kresge College, major in computer science, minor in technology information management.
I just want to say thank you to all my friends and family that are here. Thank you.
Maggie Liu. Oaks College, Molecular, Cellular, and Developmental Biology.
I'd like to thank my family and my friends for all the support, and much love to Brenda for coming here. Thank you.
Ian Thod Umal Gregorio. Kresge College, Literature.
Just a quick shout out to my friends, family, my girlfriend right there, and big shout out to my friend who was a student here, but he passed away about 2 years ago, and I know that if he were here today, he'd be with me.
Tama Simo. College 10, Politics, minoring in Global Information and Social Enterprise Studies.
Shout out to my family for supporting me, for making it. Also, shout out to PIRC for supporting me these past 4 years. Also, a reminder we're on Indigenous land, oppose the 10-meter telescope, and protect Mauna Kea. Fa'afatai lava.
Julian Perino Stoll. Stevenson College, philosophy.
I would like to thank my mom for teaching me what it means to be strong and to work hard. And I would also like to thank the AFSCME workers who also made my education possible and who remind me of her strength and hard work every day.
Pauline Nguyen. Rachel Carson. Intensive psychology.
I guess thank you all for showing up. Really appreciate the support.
Megan Passio. Crown College, Business Management and Economics.
I just want to thank my family, my friends, and my housemates for coming out today. Thank you. Love you.
Yuan Lee, Lisa Lowe. College 10, Biochem and Molecular Biology.
I just want to thank my friends and family for supporting me all 4 years, and special shout out to Emily, my bestie, for stress baking cookies with me.
Anna Wang. Crown College, major biomolecular engineering, minor in bioinformatics.
I'd like to thank my mom, who's the only sugar parent I'll hopefully have to ever know, for being the greatest role model of my life. Congrats, you guys.
Justin C. Crown College, major in computer science, minor in technology information management.
I just wanted to say, whoa.
Erica May Narciso. Crown College, Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
Thank you to my family for their unconditional love and support, and my friends, that includes my sisters, for putting a smile on my face.
Monica Hua. Kresge College, Cognitive Science.
Hi, I just want to thank my friends and family and sequence babies.
Emily Hong. Crown College, Cognitive Science.
谢谢大家，我爱你们. Thank you to all the paths that have led me to this moment. Thank you to all the communities that welcomed me. Most of all, shout out to Chinese Student Association. Woo! Also, Taiwan is not a part of China, and this is not goodbye. It is only until next time.
Ling Shen Li. Crown College, Neuroscience.
多谢大家. I want to give a special thank you to Nomi and Emily. You two are my ride or dies. Thank you to Jonas, Pauline, the rest of CSA, Hags.
Nicholas Hammond. Crown College, Bioengineering.
Just thank you to friends, family, mentors, and role models.
Roy Kramer. Porter College, Games and Playable Media.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Shout out to Acquire Acapella, my other family.
Gina Chu. Crown College, Studio Art.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and my boyfriend for their love and support and keeping me grounded these 4 years.
Shirley Chun. Crown College, Environmental Studies and Economics.
Thank you to my friends and family.
Alexis Kamenga. Crown College, Technology and Information Management.
Just thanks to my friends and family for all the support.
Emily Megumi Kobayashi. Crown College, Bioinformatics.
Thank you to my family and to my friends.
Miyako Emery. Stevenson College, Ecology and Evolutionary Biology.
Thank you to the fencing club for making this an amazing last 4 years.
Emma Davis. Crown College, Business Management Economics.
Thank you for all the support.
Jonas Sanchez Hernando. Oaks College, Psychology and Business Management Economics.
Hi. Thank you to my friends, especially my family, for the support emotionally and financially. I will thank them again when I move back in with them. Thank you.
Amy Tran. Merrill College, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology.
She's not here right now, but I want to thank my mom. I really appreciate her for going up to my room with cut fruit when I'm sad and sending me pictures of my dog during midterms and finals week. I don't think anyone's ever going to love me like that.
Edward C. Tyson. Merrill College, Psychology and Economics and Mathematics.
Thank you to my family who's not here, and also shout out to Paprika and JK family.
David Trang. Crown College, Computer Science.
Hi, I want to thank all the friends and my family for the past 3 great years. You guys are all great. Thank you.
Menard Mayo. College 10, Cognitive Science.
Shout out to my friends and family for being here and for helping me and supporting me to gain higher education. Shout out to PIRC for putting this on, for SOAR for giving me so much skills moving on to college. Shout out to Anak Bayan, to Bayanihan, and of course, Engaging Education for continuing to bring people of color onto this campus, and we got that permanent funding, so shout out to that.
Terry Page Perez Habakun. College 9, Biology.
Thank you to my friends, family, especially Bayanihan, Escalona, Kasama, and Arlen. I hope to have questions like you one day.
Aaron Miranda. Crown College, Art and Design, Games and Playable Media.
I want to thank my friends, family, Bayanihan, and Kasama.
Bernard Ramirez. Crown College, Politics.
My parents aren't here right now, but I want to thank my friends who are my family for being here with me.
Eileen Lay. College 9, Sociology.
Hi, I would like to thank my mom and my uncle for actually being able to make it out here today. I'd like to thank my chosen family for convincing me to come out here and making it more bearable to navigate these institutions. Thank you.
Cheryl Ratnam. Crown College, majoring in Economics and Computer Science.
I just want to thank my mentors, friends, supporters, and my family, especially my amma, my dad, and my little sister, Rachel. You're the reason why I am the woman I am today. So thank you.
Amanda Jew. College 9, major politics, minor legal studies.
Thank you to my friends, family, and boyfriend for being here today, and to all of the PIRC staff and interns for all their hard work and support throughout the year. Thank you.
Anthony Taylor Soberano O'Brien. Oaks College, Ecology and Evolutionary Biology.
Man, UCSC was hella whack, okay? But if it wasn't for my family for supporting me, my community for loving me, my mentors for believing in me, and my students for looking up to me, I wouldn't be walking away with a degree this weekend, so thank you.
Christopher Mua. Oaks College, Film and Digital Media.
I would like to thank my friends and family and my boy Joe for holding my stuff.
Nyan Doro Liu. Kresge College, Business Management Economics.
Hi, everyone. During the past 4 years, I have grown so much. I appreciate so much for the inspirations from my professors and especially the challenges I have faced. And I want to thank my mom and my father and my boyfriend and my Father in heaven. Also, thank everyone for being here.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Give it a round of applause. I hope everyone has enjoyed today's program and is inspired to light the path for others to follow. It is important to remember that we are not alone and that we are able to help others in our community to grow and flourish just as you all have.
Before we finish up, I would like to first thank all of the PIRC interns and especially a shout out to Aileen, Amanda, Dustin, and our graduating class from PIRC and all the student leaders who are in the room today. Just want to say congratulations to everyone. And so right now we would like to invite back to stage the director of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, Cass Salamanca, for the closing remarks.
Hello again. I'm going to be reiterating and repeating a lot of the stuff that both Flora and NC said earlier, because I guess we're on the same wavelength. And if you get messages in threes, that's when it sticks, right? Threes help memories stick. So first of all, I want to again thank the staff and volunteers who put the incredible celebration together. They put a great deal of time and energy into the event, on top of finals, papers, that ridiculous heat wave earlier this week, NBA finals, all the stresses of life coming through at the same time, and still put on this great event for you all. I want to thank specifically Brian and all the PIRC interns who, for all their hard work for the whole year, even though I was here for part of it. Can you all, for interns, if you've interned with the center previously or currently an intern, can you stand up or show up if you're backstage and be recognized? All right. Yeah. All right. So the PIRC interns are a hardworking, passionate group of students who put countless hours and immeasurable amounts of energy to host events and programs to help provide a sense of community for the API students here at UCSC. And they've also been guided and mentored by PIRC's program coordinator, Jacob Velasquez. Jacob, are you in the building? Can you hear me? Jacob's probably still running around backstage, handling all the details together. But so, can we all give it up for Jacob too? I also want to give a quick shout out to Nancy Kim, our keynote speaker / my supervisor. Thanks for hiring me. I'm here because you. And thank you for handing off a great group of students. They are who they are because of your influence on them, so I appreciate it. Thank you. I arrived to this campus to serve in this role about 12 weeks ago, so I'm still pretty fresh. And I immediately noticed how passionate the students are on this campus. In my short time here, I've observed that you all care not just about your studies and things that you are here to learn in the classroom and in the books, but you're also here to learn about yourselves and who you are, what values you hold, who you want to be. And that the work and the energy that you're putting into it isn't just going to yourself, but to your communities, to your village around you. And I hope that you carry that forward and impact and continue to impact the generations to come. I hope that you move forward from today and that you're still reflective of who you are, because it's an ongoing process, it never ends. And finding and identifying what you and your strengths and skills and passions and how that can contribute back to your communities, to your villages. You all relied on community to make it to this point. You'll continue to rely on community to bring you forward, and you are also, like Nancy said earlier, you are the community that brings each other forward. To raise each other's voices, to lift each other up, to highlight each other's struggles and issues, to support each other. You all are now UCSC alumni. Congratulations. And it's my hope that as alumni that you stay engaged with us, come back, tell us stories about what's going on with you, help build the bridges and help build the foundations for students coming after you, so that they don't have to do all this building from ground zero like many of you and most of you had to do yourselves. This is how we build our collective unity, this is how we build strength, and bring that forward and build bridges across, not just for each other, but people who aren't in this room right now celebrating with you. So with that, I know y'all are itching to get out of here and celebrate with your families, friends, support networks. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Welcome.